So, welcome to this particular class. Today, we will take technical consultancy organizations as a topic in fifth unit, and this particular topic help us to understand about the consultancy organizations and what consultancy organization does. So let us start with the understanding about brief what consultancy organizations, what exactly the concept of consultancy organizations. See, consultancy organizations or institutions which helps new entrepreneur to look ahead with confidence about their idea, considering that someone is there to look after, someone is there to mentor, someone is there to solve their problem. So in a way you can understand that TCOs are there to assist new entrepreneurs with appropriate and inexpensive technical services as and when they need it. So when we talk about that appropriate, it means that the consultancy organization is supposed to provide the appropriate course of action, course of guidance and input to the new entrepreneur. Say for example, if you want to start any particular organization and you have some particular idea, which idea need to be incubated with proper expert advice, with proper prototyping, which requires some incubation center or experts help. So appropriate, that means the right person should come into picture and help your way. Second point which is very important in this consultancy organization is that this particular assistance to the new entrepreneur should not be inexpensive technical services. Inexpensive simply believes that since they are having in the position, startup or entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs, they are not in position to pay full amount or money or consultancy charges as you require, as you think. So those services should be inexpensive, those services should be within their reach, those services should not be beyond their reach. So all those consultancy organizations which are helping at your point, at your ease, at your setup, those are considered as the technical consultancy organizations. The idea came up in early 70s and 80s when three of financial institutions of India, IDBI, IFCI and ICICI, in collaboration with the different state level financial institutions and commercial banks, established a network of TCOs across the India. These three institutions are usually given credit to establish the technical consultancy organizations, and these three institutions are the first initiators which have established first TCOs in India, and thereafter the state government financial institution like state financial corporations, SFCs, and the commercial banks, maybe your state bank, maybe your other Punjab National Bank. These banks also came forward, and in collaboration, in guidance or in association with these three, they also established TCOs, technical consultancy organizations, under their own commercial organization. So this opened avenue of developing a network of TCOs in India. And in this one, IDBI established first TCO in Kerala in 1972 and followed by IFCI and ICSCI. In early years, IDBI established 9 TCOs, IFCI established 5 TCOs, and ICICI, which is now known in the name of only bank, established 3 TCOs in initial stage in India, and with these 17 TCOs, the further commercial bank and state financial corporations also took initiative to start technical consultancy organizations in India in their states. These are the few core functions of TCOs, technical consultancy organizations. Altogether, in last topic also I have already discussed some of these in brief, but today we will take one by one. When we talk about the functions of TCOs, this includes all these listing which is there on the screen. So like whenever someone comes to any incubation center or any organization, educational institutions with the idea, say for example, I wish to share with you that there are institutions or educational institutions like IIMs. They have the open startup system. They have a link on their website, and by this link they invite anybody, whether from inside IIM or outside IIM. They invite anybody who is having good idea or idea. They start screening whether your idea is good or bad. So their consultancy starts from the very first step, that if you simply get some idea of business, you need to go to website and simply put your idea, and within next few time duration you will get the response whether your idea is good. You can go ahead with the idea, you should go to IIM. If idea is good and having potential, they will invite you, they will give you date for one-to-one interaction, and then this way this process proceeds further. So technical consultancy organization may follow some integrated portal or some means to give you consultancy, but the main consultancy domain or the main functional domain that includes that they help you in project identification. Some idea comes to your mind, then that idea can be converted into project. They help you that whether that project is right or wrong, good or bad, that is workable or not workable. And it is not only that, that consultancy organization also helps you in understanding about the feasibility aspect of your project. That means once they say that your idea is good, you can go ahead. So they help you in understanding how to conduct the feasibility analysis, feasibility study. They help you in project formulation, they help you in project report preparation. They give you the step by step details and the contents, what it includes in your project report. This content and the detail about this project report is already covered in your this particular course and syllabus, probably in second or third unit. So what are the contents of the project report, that is very clear to you. So technical consultancy organization helps you in finalizing those project reports, because the project report of any particular startup or business enterprise is the backbone of any particular backbone to make that project successful or failure. Why I say this thing? Because what is to be written in project report and what is not to be written in your project report, what information the user of project report seeks, expect. Say for example, to go for registration you need to submit a project report to government institutions or any registering body. To get finance from any financial institution you need to submit a project report, detailed project report to that institution, financial institution. Financial institution wants to know different information, different input as compared to the government institution. Government institution is interested to know about the administrative part, the management part of your management shade of your business idea. That means who will be the, what would be the structure of the business, what type of company, what type of organization you are going to form, who will be heading, how many managers, how many employees, where you will establish. So they will be interested in knowing more and more management part. Financial institution is also interested in management part with the focus on the financial input and output. Whether your business idea is practically feasible, how much input, how much finance is required at initial stage as in form of seed money. So they will redirect you that yes, for seed money you can go to this organization. Then they will understand how much angel funding you need. They will redirect to the angel investors. How much venture capital you need in further stages, they will redirect you to the venture capitalist. How much actual long-term capital you need after achieving your break even. These financial institutions helps you in getting that finance. So project report is very important. Project report is very helpful for financing institutions also. So it is very important to understand, and in this understanding technical consultancy organization helps you a lot. TCOs also helps you in conducting surveys. So why you conduct survey? A big question is there. You conduct survey to either know whether there exists any customer in market for your product, right? Second, you conduct survey to understand what is the performance of your product or what would be performance of your product in the market, right? Number 3, you conduct survey when you launch your product, that how much interested customers, how much interest, how much market is ready for your product. Number 4, when you launched your product, you have already launched your product, then you want to know how your product is performing in the market. After that, you need to conduct survey about the future prospects about your business or the product or the project. So surveys are very important. Technical consulting organizations helps you in learning and conducting these type of surveys to understand the ecosystem initially. Secondly, business environment. Third, the performance of your business. So this becomes very important. Understanding ecosystem for a particular kind of business, then understanding about the business environment related to that particular domain, And then performance, you need to conduct survey. Nowadays surveys are a very strong instrument or tool to learn these things. So these consultancy organization helps you in this. Another function of these consultancy organizations is to conduct studies. Now you may put question that how these studies are different than surveys. Surveys are, you conduct survey with a pinpoint focus. Pinpoint focus means about your product, about performance, about the customer behavior. Studies are conducted to understand the complete domain knowledge, complete domain situation. So say for example, study is conducted to understand that how far our India is ready for 5G technology in telecommunication sector. Whereas a particular company can conduct survey that how that company is performing in the market. So these consultancy organizations, there are international level consultancy organizations which are there to help you to conduct international level study. International level consultants are available for these purposes. Not for these purposes, for every type of purposes, for every type of studies, the international level of consultants are available, the national level consultants are available, state level consultancy organizations are available, even a small DIC, district industry center, is also consultancy. So you cannot understand, India is full of the consultants. Apart from this particular topic, if you simply say to someone in your society, in your family, in your office, in your college, in your house, that you have some problem in your stomach, you have a stomach disorder, so very next minute you will get 10 consultancy. Do this, take this lemon, take that water. You will get a number of consultancies. We have habitually inbuilt consultancy character in our Indian population. But specialized consultancy, specialized help, and expert opinion is usually you get from these consultancy organizations. So to conduct studies, you can we have also figured out that why you conduct studies and what for conduction of studies is very important. You can learn that if you want to modernize your business, that means you are currently say for example, a simple shopkeeper in any nukkad market is having a very small spa and saloon with all traditional style of hair cutting and all. So that person requires some help. That shopkeeper directly asks to their customer that if I invest this much money, if I modernize my saloon with advanced lighting and advanced equipment and advanced sitting chairs and advanced, that means modernization, what would be the future of the particular modernization. So studies can be conducted. So studies helps that saloon owner to understand before investing that money whether that modernization would be successful, not successful, or modernization is the need of our. Because if the saloon is in village area, then consultant would not advise to go for modernization, because that would not add some additional business, or the return on that particular additional investment may not come back. So modernization, when to modernize, it is very important. And The studies helps you to understand this. Rehabilitation, these are related to some community related issues, social work or charitable activities. When you need to rehabilitate, that means when your industry is down, almost declared as sick, so studies are conducted whether this industry can be revived or not. Say for example, in Kanpur you have Lal Imli. Many types of studies were conducted either by the government side or by the non-government side, whether the Lal Imli can be revived or not, because every time labor union says that government should revive it. So for rehabilitation, what are the mechanism, what are the options available? For that, a study is usually conducted, and this type of study is usually conducted by using third party organizations, because first party organization you cannot conduct studies. If saloon owner asks to customer that if I modernize your sitting chair, what, whether you will I'll be earning extra profit or not, extra business or not, so the answer may not be genuine one. So when third party answers, then the studies become more genuine, more relevant, and more aligned to your need. Sometimes studies are also important to conduct the diagnostic process. Some problem is there, some problem emerges, and normally business is not able to understand what is the actual problem. So diagnostic studies are very important. Studies may be of diagnostic nature. Studies may be simple functional. You want to conduct study that what is the level of market for your business, what is the size of the particular business market, what is the size of market. So you can conduct simple studies, and then these TCOs are also required to go for training. Now this training requires normal training, basic fundamental training, and this require advanced training. I have included both the things in one as in function. Fundamental training means the basic technology that is to be given to the particular person. Advanced training simply means that once the person becomes successful using the basic training and able to convert idea into prototype, commercialization, and start business, then the person need advanced training to upgrade and to develop that business. So that level of training is also required, and that level of training can easily be given by the TCOs. And the awareness camps, organization of the awareness camps by the TCOs is very important, very important. Why? Because awareness camps not only helps your motivated persons to start to continue in their business, but to attract the new persons, new people, new entrepreneurs, and by their usually they are motivated in awareness camps, because in awareness camps what do you want to tell them? You want to tell them that if you will do this business, this will be result, this may be result, and if you will not do this, so what alternate you are doing or you can do, they will compare, and this way they will try to motivate you that look, if you want to take little bit risk, you can be in a great profit zone, you can be in a very satisfied zone, you can be in your passionate zone. So in awareness camps, experts are interested to know, to identify, to figure out your passion, to decipher, to underline the unsatisfied need or dream, and that unsatisfied need or dream can be very easily converted into the business venture or business enterprise. So awareness camps are very important, and the TCOs are responsible for organizing these awareness camps. So let us take what are the core activities of these TCOs. Functions are very clear. Most of the time you are mixing activities into functions, but let me clear it. The core activities includes the carrying out industrial potential surveys, identification of the project ideas, project identification, project formulation. This is the basic requirement. You need to identify that potential, through potential surveys, that what are the projects which are viable, what are the ideas which are good, can be converted into product, and then formulate the help you in identifying that project and formulating that projects in very detail. Another activity of TCO include that evaluation of the project. So why you evaluate? Who evaluate? When you make a project, when you submit to any government department, they evaluate a project. When you submit to any financial organization, they evaluate your project, and based on the evaluation, your registration of the company, your approval of your licensing, or your approval of the finance is depending. So if technical consultancy organization themselves with their experts, they evaluate your project, final project, and say that yes, your project is very strong and you will get your fund. So this activity is very important. Most of the time the technical consultancy organizations working in public sector or government, under government department, they are not focusing on this. They only help you in a passive manner about the project identification and formulation, but they are not doing their job in project. They are not contributing to project evaluation very much, and because of that the final project report becomes weak, and most of the time the entrepreneur fails to attract the investors or get the fund, procure the fund. Preparation of project profile, feasibility studies is another activity which is very important and conducted by TCOs. So project profiles means if you have more than one project, so you need to develop the profile, and you need to focus and highlight your core skill, your core capability, your capacity. TCOs helps you to understand that whether your idea is feasible, and this feasibility idea may or may not be related to your financial purpose or for registration purpose. You yourself understand if it is feasible, you should go ahead. If it is not feasible, you should search for any alternate. Preparation of project report and implementation. It is very important to understand that implementation stage you need to follow. So TCOs are required to follow up that particular project implementations, and conduct the area development and marketing surveys. Area development means, my point is domain development. Assist entrepreneurs in their modernization, technical upgradation programs. So TCOs are helping those organizations to modernize, and when to modernize. Diagnostic studies on sick unit, why they became sick and what were the causal factors, and then response. Conduct EDP programs is a very crucial activity of TCOs. You can very easily understand. Organizing awareness camps, we have already discussed. Identifying potential entrepreneurs and provide them with the technical and management assistance. This is very important. TCOs are also responsible to identify the potential entrepreneurs. Say for example, if HBTO opens a web link on website and says that a student can come up with their idea, so I think the next morning we will be getting hundreds of ideas. Now all hundreds of ideas cannot be allowed to go ahead. So in that case, the incubator or incubation center is supposed to perform a preliminary screening and identify that out of 100 ideas, which idea is having potential. That means you are, in a way, you are trying to identify that potential entrepreneur, and you are giving green signal to that person and rest as a red signal, and you start helping them with a technical and management assistant. Technical assistant means raw idea is to be converted into prototype or product. Management assistant means establishing organization structure, then business activities, then registration, then financing, or all those management assistants. Key role of consultancy organizations. We look at that after all those activities and functions discharged by these consultancy organizations, I find key role by the consultancy organization is to bring a new knowledge to visible proximity of the practicing manager. So every time consultancy organization is supposed to bring new knowledge to the practicing manager, means maybe the entrepreneur. Manager simply means that whosoever is already in organization, it may be owner also. So proximity of owner means in the knowledge, in the visible proximity. It is not that new knowledge is developed and the industry is not aware about that. Say for example, sometime it happens that nowadays, if you look at, take example of this medical science, if ICMR which is supposed to provide the medical consultancy, it is nowadays working as a consultancy organization under the government to the medical fraternity, and if ICMR conducts some test, brings some knowledge, then that knowledge has to be in the visible proximity of all the doctors and all the medical colleges and professors and the medical fraternity. So this is the key role of that. It is not that only research and invention. Rather, bring that knowledge to the knowledge of the particular practicing persons. You should act as an information carrier. That means the information is developed by someone and information is to be utilized by some other person. So you become information carrier from X person to Y. So every time you are supposed to believe that the information should not stop. It should, and the rate of flow of information, that will define the success of TCOs or consultancy organizations. Developing the data analytics to help new entrepreneurs understand underlying threats. Now this is again very important aspect. Consultancy organizations like nowadays international consultancy organizations are doing this job. They develop database, they develop data analytics to help that new entrepreneur understand that yes, this is the probable threat, or this may be threat, or this may be, it is not only understand threat but to also understand about the opportunities. So what opportunities are available in the market with your data? After studies and surveys you get some data. Now you need to share that data with the experts to analyze it, and the analysis finding that has to be make open to all the entrepreneurs to understand whether they are supposed to face some threat, or they are in green zone or red zone. So this become very important to understand. The fourth point that I understand is very important is the connecting with business community for a larger benefit of the society. Now, how to understand that connecting with the business community? Consultancy organization is supposed to provide consultancy to different organizations, to different entrepreneurs, to different bodies, to different people at the same time. So they have network. They have a strong network. Their main job is to connect this business community with each other, develop a network so that collectively this community can develop something new or can contribute to the benefit of the society. That means my point is that the new dimensions of the businesses to the society or in the society that need to be understood and that need to be highlighted. And in short, you can understand that consultant must be good conceptualizer. So it is just a mistake, conceptualizer and communicator. You must visualize, you must conceptualize, and you must communicate. You must be a good communicator. And this is all about that technical consultancy organization I am supposed to conduct.